Hey, good morning, everybody. Dan here. Greg has a morning meeting, so I'll get to spend the pre-market review here with you. The first thing I do, we call it a routine. First thing I do when I wake up, turn on the computer, get some coffee. First thing I do is look at the broader markets. Spiders, daily, lower left, weekly to the right of that, 15-minute above that with pre-market data. So it's kind of, moved up, went sideways, and then exploded into the close here. Um, and now, so we're gapping down 50% into that bar. So that is totally fine. Now, Craig talked about market internals being, flashing a bearish signal yesterday with breadth and too much bullish sentiment and alignment. And so we were expecting a pullback. No charts. I'm showing them. See them. Yeah, I see them on my other login, Rocco. So I see it. You need to switch out at the top. Hit Dan Gibby's screen. That's the problem. Yeah. Uh, all right. So we were expecting a pullback, and I even said the fact that we are not falling. I said that before I went to the gym at 11 yesterday. The fact that we're holding up here and not drifting lower, yeah, of course, Tom. Um, I said the bulls are not giving it up. And then, they made a higher high, consolidating at resistance. And I have no idea what caused that explosion. And, it is what it is. So we still have a bullish bias, buying a pullback. But look, when you get a momentum move like this, there are zero pivots. What's a pivot? It has to retrace and have three or more higher high, higher low bars on the left and right. And momentum move doesn't give that. So day trade, as long as we stay above this green bar, I'd say 30-minute high. I know I just saw that, Robert. I'll show you TVT. But 30-minute low, today's Friday, happy zero DTE day. I'm going to be all about looking for bear call credit spreads. But of course, I'll look for bullish ones too. I'll look at all the fangs here in a minute. All right, let me switch the screen to this. All right, so Don, Greg gave me this before he left to his meeting. So these are the levels. Let's see, do you see that? Yeah. So, we just looked at spiders on my chart, and now, you see the pivots here. I got to put the pivots back on my daily chart. 2050 closing all-time high. So don't you think the media was having party time about that yesterday? So the call strike Greg's giving here 61.45, and this green line put strike 50.35. If we take out a 30-minute high though, um, I would wait because I I wouldn't be shorting a call side here unless we get a climactic sell set up in reversal. Maybe I don't know where it'll go, but this put level looks great here. It's under 2 bars. If we look at a 15-minute chart, pretty darn sure that, well, we will look at it. Pretty darn sure that that's going to be under some 15 intraday 15-minute support also. And he says largest open interest in calls 6100, puts 6085. But let me go back to my screen. All right, so let me put SPX in here. All right, so see, we're already above that the high call. And so the 60-35, yeah, see, so that's exactly what I surmised. Look, 60-35 SPX, it's under two daily bars, and it's gap fill and 15-minute support. So that, we're holding up here pre-market. I'd say 5-minute high even. That might be good to go. All right, the other ones, diamonds. I said the last few days, right here, I said this was the best one for a new swing, in my opinion. Then it gapped up, topping tail, so really didn't give an entry. And then three up bars. Power 15-minute chart. So bias is still up until it reverses. Uh, so I'm on YouTube. I don't see where the texts are. Yeah, I don't know. This is this working on YouTube? I hit the start recording button, but I don't see it on YouTube. Oh, well, but we would never swing trade these patterns that are up multiple days with no support, only day trade, but will trade other compelling patterns. IWM could be a catch up. I think you're gonna have problems though right here. And Qs. Up a lot, day trade bullish bias, but again, surely not swing. Let's look at some of these FANG stocks right now. Apple, some of us did a put spread. Today's Friday. On Wednesday, on this afternoon breakout, deep retracement. Uh, deep retracement. I lost my pre-market. All right, there you go. So we're gapping up here to yesterday's high. This could be 30-minute high on 0 DTE. Meta, Meta was up 5, and now I see it tanking right now. Look at that. It had a very bullish close. So I had this on my list for a 1, 2, 3 if it gave me an inside bar. But that's a big move down. That's $12, $13 down in one 5-minute bar. So something's up with Meta. Microsoft igniting gap breakout. We had a put spread, took our money yesterday. Netflix, we shorted it. Well, we were talking about shorting a naked call or call spread on this excessive gap up. We did the same with Oracle on that gap up. They're kind of slow. That actually could be scalp longs. Tesla, big old mess, but gapping up. So all the fangs, all the fangs. All right, thanks, Robert. All the fangs are firing on all cylinders right now. Um, but that doesn't mean there's definitely not a swing involved. But look at Google is a big, what classical technicians call a bull rectangle. So it made all-time highs and it's going sideways in the channel for a month. There's still no good setup. That new high got rejected. I have a bottoming tail after filling the gap, but it's a watch. Let's see here on alarms going off. Emitter, we've been long ever since that igniting breakout. I just had an up alarm go off. Let me reset it. And then I'll probably be moving stop today. UNH. I had an alarm. No, that's the wrong one. UNM. I just had a low alarm go off. We're in trail mode, so we'll see where that opens. PLTK. I gave as a long PLTK. It's a beautiful 1, 2, 3 from a bottoming pattern. Put this in a window, PLTK. That looks great. I think it was John yesterday gave us tossed. Fantastic. Now I was well, we all in the green room. I said, John gave it to me when it's an extended here. I said, hopefully we get a nice little controlled buy setup. We'll take a half lot into the close. And now look at it. This 15-minute chart is getting more extended, but beautiful consolidation here with a rising 50 closing breakout, buy setup reversal weekly. That Patrick thinks that was a beautiful setup. But now, um, you know, now it's gapping up $1. So we got to wait. Yeah, our block, my up alarm went off actually, Robert. So let me tell him to hold off on this tossed. Yeah, block we bought yesterday, and I just had an up alarm go off over here. I bought it plus I did some naked puts. They're for February though. I wish they had weeklies, but nothing I can do about it. Set new alarm. Yeah, Trump is, he's pounding the table on crypto. And then as you know, he and Melania have their coins too, which I don't agree with myself. Soon it's on our long watch list, gapping up here. That maybe 30-minute high. If this holds here, let's say it holds 1630, then I'd say 30-minute high. It was a 1, 2, 3 triggered yesterday, topping tail, so still neutral. And this thing trades very violently intraday. Really? That's funny. But yeah, I mean, I've heard errors on that thing all the time. I don't know if it's metas, but yeah, like Anna has shown me some examples that have been dead wrong. All right, those ESTC, I had an alarm. All right, so that is another breakout after consolidation, rising 50. So that I like also. I'll put that in a window, ESTC. All right, let's a couple other sectors here before we look at earnings. All right, XLF. Let's say this is more of a bearish reversal now for a short term. So banks 30-minute low. We should start looking for call spreads. Semis, broke out, negated the gap down yesterday. So that's bullish daily, weekly, monthly. Is the problem is where to get on board for a swing. Yeah, thanks for that, Patrick. Actually, I should have looked that up already. Let me do it right now. Economic calendar. All right, Friday. Here, I'll just post it. All right, so we have PMI preliminary, existing home sales, and consumer sentiment final. All right. Yeah, those, yeah, it's something to be aware of, sure. So those are good. Transports still grinding. Uh, gold gap down yesterday. Now it's up. Wow. How did Greg miss that? Look at this entry right there. GDX has been lagging. The silver, we mentioned yesterday, XOP and XLE. Shallow pullback, but had a big old run. Tan solar got crushed with not liking Biden's policies. Retail trying to make a turn. Jets gapped up with a United Airlines and pulled back. Earnings down. CSX, so a railroad. So this will affect the transport. 32. That's a nasty gap all the way down here. But I have zero bias. What am I supposed to do with this? I'll just move on. Texan. I'm surprised the Q's just turned green. Wow. I was surprised that the Qs were holding up so well in light of this. I'd call Texan a bellwether, gapping down this big. So it's a bearish gap. There's no pattern, but I have it here in the bottom right. Let's see if buyers step up and it could be a 0 DT put spread. Slim Shady. We'll come back, but it's bullish all time frames. Gap, this shows a gap in the $18, but if I don't see volume here, I don't trust it. But even if it were gap in 18, there's no good void. ISRG ran into earnings. Whenever I see something, this is an igniting breakout. So that was power. But when things run this much far from the 20, regardless where it opens the next day, my bias 30-minute low calls for it. Yeah. Yeah, I told you I'd show interest rates here, TBT. Yeah, it's either up or flat, but Mester was on CNBC and commenting because they showed a clip of Trump, I guess at Davos, I'm assuming, where he said, I'm going to demand that interest rates come down. And my immediate reaction was, oh, really? And, that's what Mester said also. They asked her, do you think that's going to affect interest rates? And no. The Fed controls the overnight lending rate, the 13 week. The Fed don't control the 2, 5, 10, 20, 30. Yeah, that's the bond market. And the bond market's been going up when short-term rates have been tanking. And what does that tell you? Inflation fears, possible economy slowing, possible bond vigilantes getting sick of the reckless spending. So there is a disconnect in the terms there. All right, cold looks like it's opening down a few pennies. Call spread idea. If there's anything at 29, 99.80 call spread idea. SSB, I don't see any prints, but under yesterday's low, call spread. GBCI, I don't see any prints. We'll come back to you. QB, gap, it was a gap breakout. Now it's coming in. I like this weekly. That's a weekly 180 on major support. So let's watch this for put spread idea. This closing breakout yesterday, opening it again. I see one print here, 27.20. And unless you look at the level 1 to see where the true market is, I just wait. I don't trust it. Now this has a void. All right, I'm going to set an alarm at 1922 on this. I can't tell where it's opening, but this is not bad. FFBC, no pattern. I'm going to delete you. BFST 2740, big gap, no void. BY, yesterday's low could be a day trade short. It's a bullish weekly reversal though, so you would not expect a new low. American Express. So this is, partially why the Dow is down. Again, things that run crazily far from the 20, that's just my default answer. Wherever it opens, 30-minute low, because the 30-minute low tells you uh, demand is short-term exhausted. All right, so that is a drag on the Dow. I'm glancing up. Goldman is a drag. 628, that's a call spread idea. I have cost on the other computer. So I'm gonna put Goldman here. So yeah, that's gonna, I showed you XLF, the banks, so that explains part of it. Those are the two big outliers. Apple's up the most of the Dow 30. Cream put spread. There you go, cream. Cream looks great for put spread. Travelers up $2, but no pattern. Day trade maybe for a scalp at 246, but the daily's a mess. Back to earnings. That was AXP. Well, AXP. Verizon. No pattern. That's a good idea, though. Verizon, no pattern. Gapping down to 68. Just a little range bound in a downtrend, no interest. HCA, bottoming pattern. Gapping down, we'll come back to it. Eric, that's a big percent. Wow, it's a massive percent. Well, it's a big percent, but when you look on the chart, it's even more significant bearish. That's getting whacked. Newbie here. Maybe 30-minute high. It's kind of an inverse head and shoulder with a lower right shoulder, but another 180 on the weekly. And that is all the earnings. So I don't have a whole lot of ideas there. PPH trying to make the turn, still in a downtrend, but breakdown failure, red bar ignored, closing breakout, 20 MA starting to flatten. So that's anticipatory. BMY, big old breakout yesterday. There's ESTC we talked about, Meta. So I'm not going to mess with that. But that news on Meta is surely going to jack up the premiums. So if we do get a setup, Ogen, I want to watch. Onion. Ideally, we get a 1, 2, 3 for Monday. But that's a 180 reversal, kind of a pseudo bear sandwich. Brothers, ideally, the market's still extended. It's like musical chairs to me when it's going to reverse. And so even if this does break out, it's just common sense, you all. If the broader markets start to retrace, then the odds of this breakout failing is high. And that's why it's important. And time trades with the broader market unless you think it's what we call on its own page because of news, earnings, whatever the case. All right, Rocket Lab, it's too good. This is what we call an end of day rally. So it's extended, but it's bullish. Daily, weekly, monthly. You can tell by the angle. Look at the angle of this 50, far from the 200. If I took the candles off, that's telling me this thing's been on a tear. Been on a tear. PLTK, that's the one I posted as a 1, 2, 3. This VOR, my buddy Bat21s loves creating these penny stocks and stocks under 10 bucks. And look at this one would be a great 1, 2, 3. SMCI I'm watching. My alarm went off pre-market. This put spread idea for next week. XHE is bullish daily, weekly, monthly, but you need a pullback. XLC greater than 100% retracement if it can go sideways here. XAR military has been bullish with Trump presidency. NVO, I don't know what the news is, but big gap, but no pattern. And wouldn't you say Lilly is a cousin? So why is Lilly gapping down? Maybe the news on NVO is negative for Lilly. Look at that Texan bottom right, selling off more. Thing just dropped $3. TDOC, $9 put spread. If there's any juice. Redfin bottoming pattern. I'm going to set an alarm at 8:14. Yeah, see the Q's pulling in here. I'm assuming it's, Apple's pulling in, Microsoft pulling in, and Texan pulling in. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, in terms of the weight loss, but would you say as a general rule, are they cousins? Are they direct competitors or just that one drug? Edit. Hey, another little bottoming. See, these came from my buddy Bat21. So I'm going to set an alarm at 143 on this, which is only 2 pennies higher. But look at the double bottom. That is a double bottom new low plus. So it is a good pattern. A good pattern. So I got my alarm. If it goes off, we'll look at it. He gave me this egg over the counter stock. It is a double bottom also. I just don't like the way it trades with all these overlapping bars. Pullback on Tost. I'm not chasing it. Walmart, end of day rally. But you can watch it on a pullback, and if there's any juice, the 92 put spread. PLTK we already talked about. Let me make sure I have an alarm on PLTK. 720. Where are you? 720. Zulu India up alarm. We shorted that yesterday, so we do not want to see an up alarm. So yeah, he's on probation. Lumina, a bottoming pattern, but it's not ready. Redfin alarm. My 8:14 went off. Soon is moving up. At the PLTK, I have an alarm. I'm going to put Redfin here soon. Not ready. I think again, 30-minute high maybe. Boeing, I think. I I'm assuming it's a earnings warning or something like that, but no pattern. Yeah, I heard. Oh, wow, Lunar's moving. I was hoping this would go sideways for another day or two, and then we would buy over the highs. But look, another one of these junk stocks under $10. But look at the amazing, amazing 1, 2, 3 down here. In fact, I'm pretty sure we bought it then, but we were probably out in that one move. Right here would have been a place to get back in it. ELAB, yeah, we stopped out of ours yesterday. ELAB here, gapping out of a coma, but no entry. RR, I hope it goes sideways for a couple more bars. This L to Burr is one of we nailed this thing right here on the turn, sold into strength yesterday. So these, we did an MT live recently um, on this subject, trading stocks under $10. They have the potential to rip. Yeah, I had a CMI alarm go off. Yeah. I had CMI alarm go off. It looks great. It's just far from the 20, but yeah, it looks fantastic. I like it. Uh, and then cream, let's look for a put spread. Um, I mean, if you want to do a third lot, then calculate your position size, but it's far from the 20, but it's an igniting breakout. It looks great. Yeah, Soon's ripping. Uh, Soon's ripping. Looks great. All right, CMI. I'm going to put in a window. Looks great. Edit. This was another bat 2-1, little bottoming pattern. Let's maybe, I'm going to put it in a window, maybe 30-minute high. Archer, alarm, breaking out. This could be a day trade. Nice void. Nice void on that. Let me check the put department also. Archer. I would do there's no juice for today. Next week, 950s. Shoot, I gotta put my earnings thing back in here because I redid that chart yesterday. Shoot. Archer 224. So that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna try to sell some $9 puts here at 20 cents. Cream, let me look at. Cream is breakout also, but the CMI is a better swing. This is a better day trade or put spread. 330s for today. Let there be juice, 8 cents. No, thank you. There's plenty of juice for next week. Let's do 325. It's just, I hope we don't get caught on this turn. Green. L70 to E, 325. Actually, I'm gonna try 65 myself. Yeah, let's try 65. Um, Hertz. 30-minute high, I like. Let it get its sea legs. I'll set an alarm 416. Oh shoot, it's right there. File 418. Hope it doesn't hit in the first 30 minutes. Edit. I'm gonna set an alarm now. 143. Oh, I did have an alarm there. All right, Apple. Wow, Microsoft got whippy. All right, Texan, low bottom right is in pain. Rig T. Yeah, we said yesterday. We said yesterday, bull 123. It looks higher. Let me check the $10 puts. This thing's usually juicier. 12 or lower for next week. Eh, not as much as I was hoping. Oh, I got a Cooter up alarm. Hey, YouTube folks, time to say goodbye. Have a great